Okay, everyone, here we are, December 17th. It'll be the last of all the, whatchamacallit, live streams of the year. Wait a second, coming up here. Cyrilla's here too. Hello, hello, hello. Not too washed out. We're okay over there. Welcome. Last live stream of the year. Only because, yeah, what do we got? Is it Christmas Eve or Christmas? One of the two of them is on Tuesday, and then New Year's Eve is also on Tuesday. So I'm not going to be doing a live stream the next 2 weeks. And I won't be doing a replacement one, so that's okay. Oh, Sorella, you're knocking that around. Anyway, believe it or not, though, even though I'm not doing more live streams, I still have, well, this year, let's just turn that off for now. Even though I'm not doing more live streams this year, I am still doing 2 more. You're a menace. I am still doing 2 more shows. I have Cirque du Creep this weekend, and I have I think it's called Grimoire Exhibition in New Haven, Connecticut next weekend. And I'll be off until the 3rd weekend in January when I do Page, which is the Philadelphia area gaming expo. So yeah, look forward to that. Anyway, yeah. Still haven't figured out exactly what I'm drawing today, right, Cyrilla? We were gonna sort that out, but you know. Probably an Orlok piece, only because the movie Nosferatu, the remake, is coming out next week. I have my tickets already for Christmas Day, so I will be there watching it on Christmas. Cyrilla, you think you can? So I bought this selfie stick, by the way, which was supposed to make it easier to do these videos and set up the camera right. And yeah, she's just gonna continue to be a menace with it. Let's see if I can get it a little bit more stable. It has a tripod too, which is funny that she knocked that over. I guess it's not that stable. Anyway, let's oh yeah, Cyrilla's butt. Anyway, an Orlok piece that I worked on earlier. Well, not earlier, it was already posted. And my new card, right? Another Happy Horror Days card, part of my horror mark greetings, right? Anyway, that's got the new Orlok piece that I did for Christmas on it. Nosferatu out on Christmas Day. Okay, we'll turn this on. All right, Cyrilla, do you think maybe... It's funny, you know, I'm here with her all day, and this is how she acts. So. And I haven't been staying overnight for shows. Ooh, we got a comment, and I forgot to switch over to those. Let's see what we got. Oh, thank you, Nathan. You missed me finish putting it together, I think. But yeah, it's up on my Etsy store now officially. The actual artwork on shirts, both long and short sleeves, and it's available on yeah, the greeting card as shown, and I have a print of it as well. Yeah. Okay, Cyrilla. Are we taking a break, maybe? Oh, she is aggressive right now. Oh my god. All right, why don't you come down here? Come on. She is becoming a menace during these live streams. Oh. It's hard to even do my Whatnot shows. I will do one more Whatnot show on Sunday before Christmas, though. That one I will do. Oh, thanks. Yeah. Might as well just put it in the link down there. By the way, I'm going to have one more 25% off sale on Etsy. So if you want to wait, you can. It's JM. Hang on. Oh, she's making it so hard for me right now. I'll just throw that down there. But yeah, after Christmas, I don't know that anything would get delivered by Christmas at this point, but after Christmas, between the 26th and the 1st, I'm having another 25% off sale as part of Etsy's like end of the year sale. So yeah, that'll probably be the last 25% off I do for a while. But yeah, you could always wait till then, Nathan, if you want it. And yes, Jim, you're absolutely right. It is the Cirilla show right now. She is incorrigible. Go in here, just checking my messages real quick. Anyway, yeah. So anybody that's thinking about checking it out, there is my Etsy store link. Not going to be a very Christmassy theme today. Oh, holiday theme. What's up, Cirilla? I do need you to maybe give me a little space. A little space. I feel like maybe I should use the really large gray paper that I got. It's a really good question. I think that would be best. Yeah, of course I am, Nathan. I have my tickets for Christmas Day. I'm going to open gifts at my parents' place, as is tradition. And then I will be going to the theater. They were nice enough to come with me. I said I was going with or without people. And then going over to my brother's for dinner that night. So yeah, I will be seeing it on opening day, which is not typical for me to do a movie on Christmas. And I would have seen it alone, which is also not typical for me. But yeah, of course, Robert Eggers has quickly become one of my favorite directors. And then, of course, if it's Nosferatu, I'm going to be there. So, oh, Rel, you're a lot today. You're a lot. You're becoming a lot. You're a lot of work. You're a lot of work. Shout out to my friends Steph Wilson and Carrie Ann, who got 2 new cats. I think it's Maisie and Mac is what they're calling them. If I can get this cat to give me some space. The thing is, I would just put this one on a t-shirt. But I'm not so sure that it will translate well over there. Because I had, where are they? I haven't gotten a chance to work on them, but I had 2 ideas for, actually, if I may, that was like done. What is the date there? 19th of December, 2023. So I was going to be doing that meme piece. Yeah, I wanted to do a piece with his face on it. And I wanted to do another one where it was, oh yeah, I'm in a coffin. So I don't know. One of the 2 of them. But I'm taking out this white sheet of paper and thinking, maybe I go and get the gray paper that I bought. Because I bought large gray paper to work on instead of this white paper. Decisions. Well, let me go get it really quick. It's just across the room. I'll be right back. 18 by 24 though, so it's gonna have to get cut down. That's a good question. Do we do it gray? I could do one gray and do one. No, I think this will work. I think this will work. Look at that gray. Anyway, let's just tear one of them off. Not going to keep the pad up here, but unfortunately, the whole paper is going to have to be up here because I'm not going to go through the process of cutting it today on camera because I need to go get my cutting mat, and that's behind me under a bunch of stuff. So, this is not going to work with that camera there. Anyway, anybody else planning on seeing the movie, though? Obviously not on Christmas, but I don't imagine. There are a lot of people that are going to be as obsessive and psychotic as I am. It's a very tight space. Oh, man, that is a big pad to be doing in this very tight space. Oh, man. Well, we got to go through the whole measuring thing and everything. I know that's like the most fascinating part of these. Anyway, yeah. Anybody else planning on going to see the film? Or is it just me? Oh, you are seeing it on Christmas. That's awesome. Cool. I thought I was the only one. Well, I know that I wasn't. I mean, I knew there would be other people. That's cool, Nathan. When I went and bought the tickets for the theater near me, which will not have the Nosferatu coffin, disappointingly, I saw that somebody else had booked two other people. And I say two other people because they weren't near each other, so they probably were not together. They were single seat sales. So, yeah. I would have been in good company either way. Is this actually the same color gray? It looks different. Maybe when I put this... Oh, yeah, it is. It's weird. When this sheet is over here off camera, it looks like it's different color. You can tell this is going to be problematic for me tonight. Because that's not going to go all the way up like it should. Anyway. Oh, do you actually? You see a movie on Christmas Day every year. Like, you actually go to the movies every year? Like, or you just at least watch something? Either way, I think it's a cool tradition. I don't know what that is, but it's not me. Well, my neighbor's getting frisky, I guess. Oh, wait a minute. Right. So I've been learning that I've been measuring some of my comic pages for ages now, because for some reason I haven't been included. Well, not that I've been mismeasuring them. I haven't included extra space for the bleed, because of course I'm working on this 11 by 17 because it's just what I'm most comfortable with, and it fits a lot of things. But yeah, I actually like a slightly smaller area in the the final printed version, I haven't been accounting for the extra 1/4 inch on the artwork. So this would be one of the first pieces I do with that extra bit in there. It started when Lord of the Rings came out. Well, that's a perfect way to start it. If I'm being honest. Actually, it's funny that Lord of the Rings started a Christmas tradition with me too, because I was reading the novels for the first time before the movie came out, but I was only like halfway through the Return of the King when the Fellowship came out, and I finished it, you know. And of course, those were around Christmas. But then in the lead up to or after each of the movies came out, because I don't remember exactly when they had come out. Were they on Christmas Day? Either way, I wound up reading The Lord of the Rings like every year around Christmas time for the next 5 years. I think I did it. I wanted to do it every year, but then unfortunately I wasn't getting through books fast enough. I had some friends and family members that were not very, I would say, critical. They were critical of the fact that I was reading Lord of the Rings every year. Now I wouldn't care, and I'd just do it anyway, but, you know. Oh, this is going to be going up. It's probably going to get in the way of the camera there. Well, my face, came down. Oh, you can see me? Oh, yeah, because the camera's there. I can't actually see the screen, but you can see me because where the camera is located. Oh, God, I forget what this one is supposed to be. All right, it's, right, I got it. I know what it is. 1 3/4, right. Right. All this measuring stuff. The real fun bits of, so wait a second. Doesn't make any sense to me now. Oh, yeah, I don't remember that part. What this next measurement was supposed to be. Right. I'll get it in a minute. Let's just get going with this here. And if I hadn't said it before on these live streams, measuring is my least favorite thing. I hate bringing a ruler out. I guess I've gotten more used to it, but I used to really hate using a ruler. Oh, there it is. Right. Okay. Back over here. I know that there is supposed to be another line in there, and I can't remember what it is now. That is 16, but I thought it was 15 3/4. I think the other one, I don't know. I'll figure it out. Figure it out later. Okay. Oh, that's a good question. Are we doing him in the coffin, or are we doing him as a, oh my God, what am I doing? 5.5, right? Or are we doing him the headshot thing? I think I'll do the coffin. I think I will do the coffin. That might be the way to do it. But then I gotta do him. So how's that gonna go then? Good question. All right. I don't even remember where that sketch was. I should probably bookmark it. There's another Orlok I did a while ago. I posted that on social media too. Wrong sketchbook. Whoops. Because Cirilla is causing trouble here. Okay, here we are. All right. I don't need that. Okay. Oh, wow, that's really blowing it out. You can't even see anything right now. Can you? No. There's all these little lines on the paper, I swear. Maybe I will just turn that out for a second. Will that show it? Nope. It's not making it very obvious that, oh, you can kind of see some lines. You can kind of see them. It's a weird thing, having this well lit and yet at the same time. I gotta go look up those coffins from the original, though, because I don't know that they're actually. Good question. What do they look like? Hang on a moment. Gotta bring that down so I can get my search bar out. Just a moment, people. Just a moment. Yeah, that's always a challenge over there. References. Nosferatu. Right. Gotta look up the 1922 version. Of course. Apparently there's another one that I don't know if it released or not. But there's one with Doug Jones as Count Orlok. It might be blasphemous for some people, but I'm really not that big of a Doug Jones fan. I'm sure he is a wonderful human being and light, but I just don't. I don't know why. The idea of him playing Orlok does not sound good to me at all. Okay, what am I looking for here? Yeah, I just want. Where's the? Here's an image of him. You know, I could just put carrying coffin. Yeah, there we go. What did those coffins look like in that film? Yeah, see, they were just flat out like straight boxes. But I like the ones that, you know. Hmm. Creative liberties. Yeah, they have to be wide enough to fit them, though. That's the big part of it, right? Uh, I know this is always just really enthralling when I'm going onto my laptop and looking up what do you call those references for these things? Bring it down a little bit. Okay. So yeah, I think that'll work out okay. All right. Let's get drawing. Let's get drawing over here. Chat went awfully quiet. So Nathan, if you're still here, I assume you're a big Nosferatu fan then, or maybe I'm making an assumption. Since you're going to see it on Christmas Day, I know it's a tradition to see a movie every Christmas. Have you seen the original? The silent film? Have you seen the Werner Herzog remake? I'm not as much of a fan. Oh, you've seen the original, yes. I'm not as much of a fan of the Werner Herzog version. Not because of his directing. I don't like Klaus Kinski in that role. Which one? The remake? The first remake you saw it when you were 10? I watch the original every year. I haven't seen the remake. You know, actually, 10 years old sounds about right. I feel like maybe not 10, could have been 12, but yeah, I feel like it was a long time ago that I saw it. And I was not, oh, the silent film. Oh, okay. It's been a while since you've seen it. No problems with that, of course. I just, like I said, I watch it every year for strange reasons. I'm just such a huge fan. It's the only movie monster I was afraid of as a kid. And the first time I saw him was in something my mom taped. My mom used to tape things when we were kids, on the VCR so we could watch it later. And she made a couple of tapes where it was a compilation of different Halloween stuff. And one of them was about horror movies. And yeah, I remember when I first saw Orlok, I was like, that was a terrifying vampire to me. So it always stuck out in my mind that way. Like, I still prefer vampires when they're just like corpse-like and not very gentlemanly. Although it's funny because I love Dracula, and don't get me wrong, I still love vampires that have that aristocratic look, but I'm not going to say like I'm totally not into them at all. But yeah, I just always felt like the quintessential vampire was one that was, you know, like Orlok, more frightening. And typically more of predatory type of creature. Well, Nathan, I think we're in for a treat on Christmas because already I'm trying not to listen to too much about things, but early reactions for those who have had the opportunity to see it seem to be very good. So Time Bandits is one. I never saw Time Bandits. That's funny. There are some of these things that I have heard of that I never saw as a kid because it just wasn't on my radar. Maybe my mom never caught it. It's a weird thing about me, right? Like, I was just having this conversation with somebody over the weekend. They were saying how they're into fantasy, sci-fi, and horror. And I was like, yeah, I'm not a big sci-fi fan. But I don't know if that's entirely true. What I had said to her was that I'm very choosy about it. Very choosy. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Time Bandits would have been. I mean, my mom knew I liked horror from early on. You know, like that was a given. I liked horror, and I really liked vampires and skeletons for whatever reason. So yeah, Time Bandits, never saw it. Still to this day, I don't think. Right? I don't believe I have. I understand it's a bit of a classic for some people. I think I really should move this up, though. And I say that because I don't want to mess up the what do you call it, proportions on him, which I feel like I'm already doing. Oh, man. I should have my glasses on. One moment. My mistake. I should have grabbed those too. Well, I got up to walk away, and they're right behind me. Of course they are. All right. I can just see my laptop screen a little better with these on. Okay, so there we go. Arms down. Right. Funny thing I find about people who draw Max Schreck's Orlok is the body was very gaunt, but I feel like where people really mess it up is the jawline. Because although he was very gaunt and, they used prosthetics on the nose and ears to give him that pointy look, Max Schreck had a pretty, thick jawline. And I feel like a lot of people, when they draw his Orlok, they miss the fact that, his jaw's actually pretty thick. Yeah, those are definitely. I should have started on the. I should have started on the left side instead of this very large paper that I'm not cutting till later. Oh well. 11 by 17. Oh man. Hang on a moment. I should probably get the other Orloks out in a different spot. Yes. Okay. You know what though? That one's not as good. I'm just gonna close that tab. What's this one? This one's good. Happy with it, right? That one's good. Yeah. You got the two really good ones. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Just throwing it down there for a second. Sorry, everyone. Okay, so yeah, very much that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I may have misjudged those shoulders just a little bit. Not the width of them, but got a little too crazy there while I was still getting him all done there. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a little bit better. And then because they really come down. The question is, do I want to do them as the spread out hands? Which is probably what I'm going to do. It's also just such an iconic pose when he just rises up from that coffin in the film. Oh yeah, now you can't see anything because it's blown out again. Good job. Good job, JM. Good job. There's just no good way for that to go. Well, that one's out. That one is out. Even this one is causing some trouble, isn't it? At least on the... Oh, there we go. That's a little bit better, isn't it? Yes, it is. actually, Orlok's another reason why I have these an obsession with these really long fingernails on any creature or whatever with long fingernails. Even when I do the Wicked Witch of the West, I put like extra long fingernails on her just because, like, yeah, they really. And they did the makeup job for Orlok in the original film. They even had Max Shrek wearing gloves with extensions on the hands and the extra long fingernails. So to really enhance that, the look of his fingers and fingernails for the character. So yeah, there's just a lot of the imagery of this character has stuck with me my whole life. Even the buttons on his jacket. There was a long time when I was designing characters when I was younger. I really liked that kind of, I don't know what kind of coat you would call it. Just like buttons on both sides coming down with that tie between them, so to speak, I maybe could move them up just a little bit. Okay, right. Yeah. I think other than my character Jadiana, this is the only other character that I could just draw in my sleep. Just I know, even though I pull up references, because of course there's some things I want to make sure that I get right, but I'm just so aware of a lot of the things about the character. Just having drawn him and watched the film so many times is just oh yeah. I gotta put out that art book at some point too, because I've drawn so many sketches and finished pieces with Orlok or an Orlok-like character on them that I probably could just about fill a sketchbook. I probably would want to do more because I usually do about one a year, and I think I only started the one a year tradition back in 2011. So, and plus extra pieces throughout, but it hasn't been so long that I could quite make a whole art book out of the pieces, but this year I've done obviously more than I ever have because, a couple of sketches, two last year too. I did 3 Orlok pieces. Last year I did 3 Orlok pieces. This year I did this one and the Christmas one. And I got this one and the other one I want to do. Have I ever thought about making a coloring book? I keep getting asked this question, but here's where I gotta figure this out. I feel like I should take a poll on my social medias and YouTube and everything, just put it out there so as many people can answer it as possible. I got asked about a coloring book. So yes, the short answer to your question, Nathan, is yes. I have been asked about doing a coloring book since my first Nosferatu print, which incidentally has been stolen quite a few times and used by people for t-shirts and things that it shouldn't have been used for because I never authorized that. Hang on a second. My laptop screen went black because I didn't keep my video on top. Let me do that so that I don't have this problem again. So anyway, yeah, I've been asked about doing coloring books. I've been asked about doing coloring books, tarot decks. People keep wanting to see a new just complete sketchbook from me. And then of course I have my Chadiana series, which I am dreadfully behind on. It's my comic series. It's a South Asian wandering swordswoman. If you're not aware of it, if you haven't looked stuff up on me. And that's been, oh God, that's gone through so much development hell throughout the years. So anyway, and I have some other Orlok, Nosferatu and witch themed projects I want to do. So my question would be, what would people want to see the most from me? Like, Chadiana is a given because that's like the main series I've been working on for a long time, and it's been through too many publishers and had too many hiccups that I tried to get the ball rolling, and then it's been hell. I don't want to make excuses. I just need to start getting it out regularly again and just continue that for the foreseeable future. But as far as like other projects go, like I don't know what people want to see from me most, because I would of course try to gear my next project toward that. Would people rather see a tarot deck, or would they rather see a sketchbook, or would they rather see a coloring book? And thanks for chiming in on that, Jim. And then I have other projects too that if I'm going to start doing gaming conventions, and gaming is one of three industries I always wanted to work in. I wanted to work in book publishing, comics, and games. So, of course, video games specifically, but I'll start off with tabletop. So there are some projects I'm going to be working on for that if I keep doing more of those. So yeah, it's like, what would be the project everybody wants to see? Is it the coloring book first? Is it the tarot deck first? All of the above. Well, yeah, but okay. So what I mean, Nathan, is I do have to realistically take it on one at a time. You know, otherwise, and I do work on multiple projects at once, so it's not like there isn't a certain amount of like, oh, okay, well, you know, I might work on, say, I'll be working on Chadiana and say the coloring book, and but then the question is, which is the one? Which is the one to focus on next? I think is the problem I have. Part of the problem I have. The other part of the problem I have is focusing, and not getting in my head too much, as Jim knows very well, because I have spoken with him at length about, especially my problems with working on my languages, which are still going along well. It's just, again, like trying to carve out enough time for them at the moment. Those hands have to get all smaller still. All right, but we're getting there. Yeah, so would it be the tarot card deck next, or would it be the coloring book? I get asked about both, and I get people suggesting both. Sometimes I'll hear more about one or more about the other, but I would say the two have consistently been asked about for, and this is going to sound terrible, at least 11 years now of like doing conventions and stuff. So yeah, I would like to tackle one of them. Tarot first. Well, thanks, Jim. That's a definitive answer. At least, Then the coloring book. How about that? 2 for 2. You know what? You guys are probably right. And I have a theme already for the tarot deck as well. It'll play into interests. Although one of my fans wants to see me do a Chadiana tarot deck. I was going to do a horror themed one first, just because it's more general, but he's probably not wrong. I could do a really cool one for my comic series as well. So maybe I'll start with the horror one. I know he would like to see the other one done. And it's not a bad idea, but you collect tarot decks. How about that, Jim? I didn't know you were one of them. I say that because a lot of the people who have asked me to do a tarot deck are people that collect them. And they're people that go on Kickstarter and back projects to get tarot decks done and everything. So like, yeah, I only own one. I own, and it's so hokey because I love Nightmare Before Christmas, but I bought a Nightmare Before Christmas tarot deck. I was like, okay, yeah, this one's cool. I generally, though, do like the art on it just because I can get a little bit surreal with my own artwork sometimes. So I think I really could do a good deck. I do. But if I'm going to do a tarot deck, I'm doing all 72 cards, 76 cards. I forget the exact number. I know that's terrible. It's especially if I'm going to work on one, to not know how many cards there are, but I'd want to do the whole thing. Now, that's the kind of thing that I keep meaning to sit around and sketch out all the ideas for, and then, you know, I could like slowly work on a piece at a time. Find a company that prints them, run a Kickstarter for it, get the funding so I could at least, you know, have it printed without too much hurt to my bank account. And then, yeah, get it out there, start selling it. Yeah, I feel like I could just draw Orlok all day. Really. It's too easy for me in a lot of ways. Oh yeah, good. He's showing up on camera. That's good. I have a tendency to draw very light, and so I'm always like, can anybody see him? Or can anybody see what I'm drawing? And then, of course, it's always worse when it's this gray paper because, you know, you draw light on toned paper, and then it's even harder to see when it's on camera. I hope I don't sound too subdued today. I remember when I was first doing these live streams, I sounded like I had a lot more energy. Nothing against doing them. Actually, now that I'm not traveling as much for conventions, it feels nice to be doing them again, and it's not so much of a, I don't want to say a struggle, but I was getting a little bit burned out on everything for a bit. Next year, definitely different. I do have some intense parts or periods of time in my schedule for next year, but generally, I won't be doing quite as many shows. Only because I need time to get work done. That's been suffering. And two, I just like, I added that one more show because what difference was it going to make? And it was kind of, it seemed like a cool thing to try out that fit with my stuff. But so what am I going to end at? 57? 57 with 49 of them physical or 50 of them? I don't know now. It's so hard to keep track. I do keep track of it in a spreadsheet though. So anyway, yeah, I just can't do that many. I've said that a few times on this. It's just too many. It's way too many. And if we want to see things like tarot decks, yeah, I got to be a little bit more choosy about which shows I do. But February and March are already looking to be pretty intense just because, unlike this year, where there wasn't much going on in March of note, this coming year, there's a lot going on in March. Mainly because there's a couple of, well, there was one show that I wasn't in yet that I was able to get in. So now March will always be a thing for them. And then there's a couple other shows that move their dates around a lot. So, yeah. What do we got there? Anything good? Nope. Oh, hey, Nathan, you followed me on Instagram. I'll get you back in a little bit. Sometimes I check my messages during these shows just in case somebody needs something. Yeah, them hands is a bit big. Okay, let's just tone him down a little bit there, JM. A little bit. Okay, Jim. Yeah, I won't be back on the live streams until after the new year because of where the holidays fall. But you know, don't be shy about reaching out through email or anything. I will, and you know, now that I might have a Saturday open, I could come to one of those in the new year as well, the chats. So yeah, have a good night. I will talk to you soon, I am sure. And have a good holiday. Mm-hmm. Yes, for sure. Mm-hmm. Still too big. Still too big. There we go. It's probably pretty close, actually, to straight. Mm-hmm. I have to make sure these are straight too. Mm-hmm. Right, not bad there. Did I go to art school? That is, yes, I did. But funny enough, going back to the fact that I said I wanted to go into video games as one of the industries I wanted to get into, I went to school for computer animation, of all things. Not illustration or writing, which I did take classes in, but yeah, my actual degree is in computer animation. But I learned early that I didn't like it enough. So I finished the degree just to get out on time. But yeah, I did. I went to Pratt in Brooklyn, but I would not say it is. I had a traditional education in art, considering what I majored in. But yeah, again, the original. I mean, I always wanted to like write and do artwork, but for some reason, I figured if I knew computer animation, it would give me a better leg up on getting into the industry. So, and then yeah, I just wound up more focusing on the publishing route, and I never went that way. Well, that's interesting. You went for photography but got it in illustration. Where did you wind up going to school? All the times I have drawn Orlok, I've never drawn him in this pose. Columbus College. Oh, okay. Art and design. Nice. That's cool. My when I was in college, my girlfriend at the time was going for photography. Although she went to SUNY New Paltz. Yeah. How was the college experience for you, Nathan? I know that for me, probably on account too of not being in a major that I was in love with. I did not, but I don't know. Pratt was a mess when I went. I wouldn't say my college experience was great. It just was not a good time for me. But I made it. I definitely did make it. Okay. Excuse me. Oh my God. Don't yawn yet. I wasn't expecting to end it at 10. Oh, so it's a little early. You loved it. You still do some shows there, like gallery shows, you mean? It's been a while since I was in a gallery. I've done group and solo. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, I can't wait till I follow you back because then hopefully I can see some of your stuff too. I'm excited about that. It's just hard because I use the phone for the table camera, and I'm always afraid if I leave the app or not the app, if I leave the site for a second, it's gonna like kick me out or something. So I always try to get back to people and such after, and do all my follow backs and stuff. But that's cool. I'm glad you got to do shows with the college. I suppose Pratt does do shows. I can't say that I am jumping at the chance to do it, but I had a lot of good professors there. The college was really poorly run at the time. I don't know what else to say about it, but it just was not ideal. Not ideal at all. I think we're gonna have to move those buttons. All right. Oh man, Orlok really is so much fun to draw. I'm curious, Nathan, but you don't have to answer if you don't want to. When you graduated, because if you saw Lord of the Rings in the theater, we could be the same age or not at all. I was in college when it came out, though. So I graduated in 2005. But yeah, I was actually, my first year in school was when the World Trade Center got hit. The second and last time it was attacked. It's a good looking Orlok. It's a good looking Orlok. Mm-hmm. I'm happy with him. I'm gonna need to get closer to see how those hands look. At some point, not while I'm on the live stream, unfortunately. This is another one I'm gonna want to finish in a relatively short period of time. Yeah, and I'm gonna have to measure that out too. I am gonna put rats in here with them though. I think one there. I think one over here. I think one going down that way. And another one going up this way. Might work out pretty good. But then I need brand references. Oof. Oh. There he is so far. Trying to get this ruler out. Okay. Oh, sorry about that, everyone. Oh, so where is that? That will not be an accurate measurement if I go and do that. Wow, I did draw that pretty damn straight. Holy crap. That's about accurate. I don't need to measure a line there. Except for that little tail that goes up. See, I know in the thing where he rises up, his pupils are showing. But I also really like some of those pieces. I don't know though. Will that make him look more dead? If I do those little pupils in there? It could. It could. Good question. And the question is, am I going to do any kind of like molding paste effect at the bottom? I don't know. It doesn't always work out. I might. It might be worth it. It's a possibility I'm coming toward the end of the stream tonight. I don't know, because there's a couple of things I don't want to have to slow down the stream to go look for right now, reference-wise. and decisions I gotta make here. Although, I could always move over here for a little bit. Start number 2. Maybe. If I do that, though, oh man, okay. In for a penny, in for a pound. Let's go get that. What do I do with that 3H lead? Oh, it's not that it's necessary, but it's preferable. Oh, there it is. Sorry, everyone. You might want to have something to look at while I'm doing this. Am I going to blow them out? Oh, not too bad. Okay, let's do this. And I can go measure over here while you guys are looking at his pretty face there. And take these down. Move that. Okay, yeah. Got some measuring to do on the side over here. Oh no. Because the angle. All right. I was not expecting to be doing 2 new Orlok pieces, but here we are. Someone was encouraging me to maybe do a couple more. And so I guess there is no time like the present to do them, considering the forthcoming movie. Although, obviously I haven't seen it yet, but I hear that Orlok will not quite look the way he does in the silent film. There are some changes being made to his look. It's not. I don't know how much, because I think it's still going to keep some of it. Well, some of it's noticeable in the trailer, because he has more hair in the trailer, and even though he's in shadow, that is notable. All that measuring just makes for great entertainment. I'm gonna have to turn this though. That's because I can't get the right measurements if I don't. I should do a Nosferatu movie poster. Well, that's actually the piece that I was speaking about earlier. That was, I said, was often stolen. It kind of was a Nosferatu movie poster. It's up on my website. It's just a black and white piece. But yeah, you're not wrong. I should do something like that. It's an image of a silhouetted Count Orlok carrying a coffin. And it just says Nosferatu in white lettering on the bottom. Mm-hmm. 15.25. 16, 15.25. Oh, I see what you did there. You foolish little man. You forgot at the bottom of the paper is going to get cut off. That's okay. I didn't do too much over there. But I forgot that the 17 mark is actually not. No, I still got to do the oh, it's still down here. Okay. I don't know what's going on outside, but it sounds wild. Okay, so actually, I forgot this over there. Let's do that later. Oh God. I'll do that other line later. But okay, so basically I'm going to do something very similar to this tiny one I got with some added bits. Just going through my crazy Orlok phase right now. That looks a little strange. A Nosferatu movie poster. I can certainly think about that. Might not be the worst idea in the world. I think this has to come in more. Yeah, much more. Two pieces, three pieces. We're just working on it. Well, I didn't do that today, but I understand that's a little hard to see. Yeah, there you go. I'm just drawn away and you can't see anything because of the way that blows out the God, there's some other references that I would love to pull up right now for him that are on my phone. The scene with him reading the whatchamacallit, I can't think of it. Not the letter, but the I can't even think of that. It's not a lease. It's but anyway, yeah. When Hutter first comes to the castle, the makeup job on him is particularly good. There's certain parts in the film where you can tell the makeup, after seeing it successive times, you can tell there's certain days where they shot where it was like, yeah, they probably did not have as much time to apply the makeup that day, It doesn't look quite as sharp as it does in other scenes. Like the scene of him actually walking through the door slowly, creepy as that one is. I don't think the makeup looks great in that scene. Which is interesting because the one of him standing down the hall, which happens before he comes through the door, makeup looks great. But really, I mean, the makeup throughout the whole film looks pretty damn good. I just think there's, again, certain points where it looks better than others. And I would like to reference the one. And I know I have those on my phone. Do I keep Nosferatu reference pictures on my phone? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. There's certain films that just have really great looks. So yeah, of course. And this, of course, is one of them. Yeah, we're gonna have two. One of him coughing, the other one of him closer up. Kind of like that, but larger. This one was just kind of me experimenting with gray paper, seeing how it would look. 10, an hour 37 right now. We're going pretty good. You know, I like the idea of finishing this year with Count Orlok pieces on a live stream. I feel like that's a nice send off until 2025. Oh, I wonder, can I get away with it? Is the camera still working? See, it already, because I went out of the app. Right, now we're back on. Yeah, see, I can't go look up those references right now. I'm stuck. I just really like you can really see his eyes in that scene very well. And he has a very gothic look in that scene because they got the eyeshadow around his eyes and everything. So it would be nice to have that as reference for this image, but I will look it up later. I can still draw the other stuff. Yeah. Oh, God. Mm-hmm. So maybe I'll end at an hour 45, maybe. Yeah, that sounds about right. So we got 5 minutes left over here. I may or may not add in the pupils. They did it in such a way that it really makes him look dead, even when you can see his pupils. Max Shrek would just keep his eyes, I guess, wide enough that, and then I assume they had some context to white out at least the area around his pupils. It just gave him a very dead look in his eyes. moving along pretty good. Oh, last year at the end on the last live stream of the year, I was doing Christmas witches. This year, Count Orlok, which would normally be my like just October exclusive kind of stuff. Not this year. We're about to have a new Christmas horror movie. I don't know. I don't know if I should or not. We will see. If it's worth keeping those pupils in there later. I will have to see if that will work okay. Not okay. All right, everyone. It's at the hour 45 mark, so I'm gonna be ending the live stream for tonight. Have some stuff I want to pull up on my phone anyway if I'm gonna continue working on these, but I hope you enjoy me having laid out two pieces tonight. One Orlok 3/4, one Orlok head. I don't know, I might take the pupils out. I gotta go reference how those really look on him. I don't usually draw them. But anyway, yeah. Have a Nosferatu Christmas. Happy horror days, all the good stuff. I'm sure I'll post something about the movie when I go see it. Yeah, and again, I won't be doing a live stream because of when Christmas and New Year's hit. So until 2025. So this is the last one. Thank you, Nathan. I'm going to go check out your stuff too when I end this. So I appreciate you coming by. Have a great night, everyone. Again, I'll be at the Cirque de Creep on Saturday and the Grimoire exhibition next Saturday. Beacon, New York for this Saturday. New Haven, Connecticut for next Saturday. And then, of course, I'll have a couple weeks off before I am back on the road for conventions again. Sorry, trying to get this up so I can switch out. Okay, yeah, so have a great night. See you in 2025, at least on the live stream. Follow me on all my socials. Check out the Etsy store for 25% off from December 26th to January 1st. Yeah. Sure. I think that covers everything. Anyway, go see Nosferatu when it comes out. Take care. Have a great night. And yeah. Again, oh wait, yeah. Maybe I should get those that song playing. It's usually a good idea to get back on first. I don't have a Nosferatu soundtrack to play. Anyway, take care everyone. Good night.